If you want to double your production in 2025, then the worst thing you can do is to send your TC for sales training. Hear me out. Think of the last experience that you had being sold to something. Maybe it was a service, maybe it was an item you were purchasing, and there was a salesperson and they were actively convincing you. They were actively selling you. How was that experience for you? Did you enjoy it? Because that's exactly the experience that your patients are having when you are having a staff member, a TC, a treatment coordinator, a front desk, an office manager do the sales portion. That's not the experience that you enjoy, and neither are your patients. And here's the key. When you train your TC or your front desk person to sell, then patients are saying yes to your treatment through selling versus through you, which is an authority. I'll say it again. When you train a staff member to do the sales portion, then the reason why the patient is saying yes after a consultation is because they've been sold to. They're saying yes through selling. Versus if they're saying yes because of your presence and what you said in the exam room before your staff even took over, they're saying yes because of your authority, not because of being sold to. Which patient do you think will end up being a better patient? Will actually follow your instructions, will pay on time, will show up and feel like they're proactive, they're part of the treatment? Of course, the one that felt authority from you, the one that felt like that was an authentic connection, not being sold to, not being convinced that they needed the treatment. And let me tell you something, the only person in your consultation room that has the authority is you. It's not your team. So there's no training in the world that can replace your presence. But I hear you say, well, but I don't want to do the sales part. I just tell them what they need and they should just say yes to treatment because they need it. I don't overtreat. I only recommend treatment when it's needed. Well, let me tell you something. People don't like to buy things they need. We like to buy things we want. Do you know what we need? We need toilet paper. Do you know what we want? We want a Chanel bag. That experience of purchasing a Chanel bag is very different than a Costco run for a TP. Moreover, a Chanel bag, there's a reason why it's $6,000 and a toilet paper is $20. Need versus want. We will always pay more for things we want, and we'll be excited to do that. So, my friends, if you want to increase your production in 2025, you need to charge higher. And I'll tell you how to do that. Because once you start attracting patients and having the exam experience that they want, not insisting that they sign up with you because they need it, you will start attracting much higher caliber patients and they will be paying you a lot higher fees. Your influence in the exam room cannot be taught. There's no sales training that your treatment coordinator can go through to replicate that. Your presence, your authority is innate to you. It is not accessible to your treatment coordinator or your office manager. That's the benefit of you learning how to do it yourself and do it fast. Moreover, you do not want to be dependent on your salesperson because here's what's going to happen. They are going to help you increase production, and then they will start having wants and needs, and they're going to start wanting this and that and the other and all the bells and whistles and walking into a practice like they own you and they're the only reason why we're successful. And then they will start demanding more money. They will start demanding more vacations. They will start twisting your hands. And you are dependent on that person. It's like when you have problematic skin, and instead of actually going and treating the skin, going to a dermatologist, figuring out how to treat it, what you're doing is you're just layering makeup, just a lot of foundation. You can make your skin look good with a lot of foundation and the blush and the bronzer and all the layers of makeup, but then you become so dependent on makeup. And when it's a hot summer and you're going to the pool, you're going to be the only person with full face. Or worse, your luggage will get lost by the airline company. And so now you can't go anywhere because you don't have your foundation with you. This is exactly that dependency that happens with our salespeople on our team when we put all the resources into training them to sell cases for us. Not only we're not able to increase our fees because they are doing the sales, not the authority type communication in the exam room, but also we become dependent on that. That's the worst thing you can do for your practice, to be ever dependent on anybody in it. Okay, so then what do we do instead? If you want to grow a practice that is not dependent on volume, maybe as a startup, or maybe you're already in a successful practice and you're just seeing that in order for you to sustain your current production or grow, that means more patients. And everybody around you is teaching you how to get more patients. You're exhausted from this volume game. So in order to increase your production without increasing the number of patients or even lower the number of patients you're currently seeing, this is absolutely possible. You can make the same money or higher by seeing fewer patients than you're seeing right now. And the way you do it is by increasing your fees. But there's a caveat. There has to be a reason why you're increasing your fees. You can't just double them overnight. But the reason is more intricate than you think. There is a reason why Chanel charges $6,000 for their purse versus Michael Kors charges $200 for their purse. Why is Chanel so much more expensive? Is it because their bags are bigger? They're actually smaller. Like you can fit in more stuff there, or they're more durable, or they last you longer. None of the above, right? The reason why you will tell me, well, but it's Chanel, it's the brand. Exactly. They are not just selling you a bag. As a matter of fact, they're not even selling you a bag at all. They're selling you the identity. It's the brand. It's that timeless elegance and classic. And I hear you say that, but Jonna, Chanel has been around the block for 100 years or even more. I just started my practice 5 years ago. You do not need a lot of time in order to become an authority for your patients. I want you to think about Uber. Remember when we all used to, if you're old enough like me, we all used to rely on cabs, and now almost all of us order Uber. Uber hasn't been around for this long, but now look how it took off. Let's think about something even more recent. ChatGPT has been around for 3 years versus search engine like Google. And so many people, not only they're going to ChatGPT instead of Google now, they are actually paying for ChatGPT. You never pay for Google, the search engine. This is my point. ChatGPT fulfills a specific purpose, a specific need. All these brands, the reason why they became so successful, and the boutique brands obviously charge a lot higher fees, which is what I want to help you to do. It's because they're fulfilling a very specific need. Here's how it relates to your practice. I want you to think about the type of patients that are right now in your exams. If the current patients that you're seeing are not your dream premium patient, the kind of patient that respects you, the kind of patient that listens to you, the kind of patient that is excited to start treatment, the kind of patient that says, yes, I am in, before you even talk about money, or your treatment coordinator or your front desk person, before monies are even brought up, just from your exam, they are excited, they are sold, they are telling all of their friends, they're following all your instructions, they're getting the best results. I call these patients dream premium patients. So currently, look at your exams. If your consultations are not filled with these kind of patients, it is because you are not currently speaking to them. Your marketing on Instagram, your ads, your website, your Facebook, your in-person referring partners, they are not aligned with that specific need that your dream premium patient needs. When this aligns, you will start attracting so many more of these dream premium patients, and that's when you can increase your fees, because there's a reason why. That I hope you love this live. This is a masterclass in 15 minutes on how to sustainably either maintain or increase your revenue by seeing fewer patients. And if you are interested in doing this, if you want to cut down on how many patients you're seeing, but maintain the same production, or maybe you want to grow and increase your production, but by lowering the number of patients that you're seeing, and right now you think it's impossible because you've always increased the number of patients, increase your production, increase the number of patients, increase your production. You've always been in this volume game. And right now it just feels impossible that you can actually see fewer patients, but collect more. That my work is uniquely designed for you. And right now there are two ways to work with me. It's either in my VIP call, where I'm going to diagnose your practice in this in-depth 2-hour call. I'm going to tell you the exact lever that you need to pull right now in order to start attracting and charging higher fees by seeing fewer patients. And if you want to go more in depth, then my 4-week intensive, where we work together for 4 weeks, for a month, and I'm going to help you restructure your current patient flow. I'm going to help you increase exam conversions. I'm going to help you plug in the leaks currently happening with your team. If that sounds like a better fit for you, then simply reach out to me in the DM or message underneath this live, the word VIP. I'm going to reach out to you. I'm going to help you decide which way to work with me is best for you.